Right.
But small point.
Yeah, we need to take a short break.
Very small point.
Yeah, please.
You notice we are continuing with the BBI rallies. And it's like nothing is happening.
Nothing's happening. We don't know anything.
Shouldn't we look at it and say maybe we need to make a stop for now until we can figure out what the implications of all this is?
But let's see also what politicians... Just a moment. Let's see.
In your interest and the interest of this station and in our own interest, it must not be seen that we are spreading fear. Because fear is worse than the disease itself. That's what WHO is saying. We are only saying, let us apply the necessary caution. Not fear, not rumors. We are not scaring anybody. We are responsible citizens, but we are asking government to do whatever it takes to first to give Kenyans the confidence that there's government in charge. You see that team in America, director of this, director of that, headed by none other than the Vice President of America. That is the level of seriousness I want to see.
And you see, they're using the technocrats.
Yes.
They're using the experts.
Yes.
They're using the secretary
and they are
of
giving
that,
briefings.
not an interministerial committee.
And they are giving briefings. And you see, when the president gives room to that small short guy, the director of whatever it is, to speak, you can see the confidence. And the press is asking very serious questions. And these guys are responding.
Thank you.
I want us to move in that direction.
Right.
Yeah.
As we're winding up on that particular session, we shall continue on the other side of a break. We have Njeri Wamai saying thanks NTV and the rest of the legacy media in highlighting this, because it was the media that catalyzed the whistleblowers video and everyone understood the seriousness of the Kenyan government's laxity. I urge the media to be diligent and follow up on UK order. Also, that is Uhuru Kenyatta's order. And also we have Kakamega Finance on Twitter saying that I didn't take the effort, or it didn't take the effort of Parliament, as Senator Pogisio is saying on COVID-19. It took the effort of Kenyans, especially the critique of government by Kenyans on social media. Government is currently dancing the BBI tune. That is what also Kakamega Finance is thinking this morning. We continue to take your views on social media. AM Live NTV is a Twitter handle, AM Live NTV, our profile name on Facebook, and 20686, our SMS portal. Also, you can follow me at Dibala Nair. Don't go away, much more coming up on the other side of a break.
It's 8:52 in the morning. Living with S is the perfect destination for information, entertainment, and laughter, bringing a refreshing perspective to Kenyan television every weekday morning. Let's get revving. Welcome to Sun City Resort, South Africa. We create an environment that leads to moments of unpredictable fun that reflect on everyday people, celebrities, and experts in various fields that touch on your day-to-day lifestyle. So why not join me, Sharon Mundia, every weekday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. as I seek to liven up your morning.
Building tips for general construction should be bought from reliable sources, should not get dry before the specific curing time given for best results, must be kept certified. Exactly 50 kilograms guaranteed in each bag.
Adding strength to Kenya's landmarks, power for specialized constructions, cementing the nation's future. Simba Cement, the strength and pride of Kenya.
Now also produced in Nakuru and Mombasa.
Back around to some politics right now, looking back at what was happening over the weekend with the BBI, and of course also we've tried to put together some of the voices from the podium there that is happening on the soapbox.
Hatuwezi ongea mambo ya siasa wakati chakula yetu inakuliwa na nzige. Hatuwezi ongea mambo ya siasa wakati kawa yetu bei ni kama ya kutupa. Hatuwezi ongea mambo ya siasa wakati majani yetu haina bei.
Kila mtu kura yake ni moja. Kura ya moja isiwe moja, mwingine yake iwe na dhamana ya 20%, 20 times that times. Lazima kura iwe value ni moja na resources iwe zinagawanwa vizuri kwa kila Mkenya, ndio kila eneo iendelee.
Tunasema tupunguze zile viti ziko chini, tuongeze pale juu, tuunganishe nchi, tuwe na sura ya Kenya.
Tukitaka kuunganisha Kenya, tuache utapeli, kila mmoja apate nafasi ya kusema ile anataka kusema kwa Kenya.
Ile tumekubaliana ya kwamba lazima katiba ibadilishwe. Tuhakikishe ya kwamba maoni ya kila mwananchi imeangaliwa sawa sawa.
Sasa baba, shika watu wote wa Kenya na hata sisi wa Mount Kenya utusahau, sisi sote tufike Canaan.
Jamii ya Wagema, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta na Raila Odinga na hawa viongozi ambaye wako hapa, it is a sure bet.
Tukibadilisha hii katiba, ikikuja katiba mpya, haizuii Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta kuchukua kiti.
The town hall meetings that precede BBI public rallies are by invitation only and therefore remain a closed affair. Because we think these rallies are just for a chorus of public endorsement where contrary opinion is unwelcome. If it's a popular initiative, we are all aware that the million signatures required are yet to be collected. They are yet to be verified by IEBC if at all, before the process can be released for debate by the county assemblies. Therefore, talking of a referendum by June is a pipe dream.
Ile mambo ya mtu anashikwa na shetani, anaanza kuongea mambo ya kiongozi Uhuru Kenyatta katika eneo la Mount Kenya, kuanzia leo tunasema ikome.
Kama unaona kiongozi wetu wako mbele na mashika bendera, unapotea ukielekea wapi na unaona pali bendera imeelekea.
Sisi watu ya Kiambu hatutaruhusu tena mtu yeyote ambaye atakuja kutokuwa na heshima kwa rais wetu.
Right, that is what was happening over the weekend. Also, you should see what is in the front page of Standard Today. Scramble for Kenya, a fresh start. It has BBI presents the country's biggest political moment since the 2010 referendum. We are on the cusp of a new Kenya, and this is how it is shaping up. The story is tucked on page 6 and 7 of the Standard Today. Let's hear from Onyonka, and for them that are also down on the ground as well as far as the BBI rally is concerned. What is your reading so far?
My reading is, I was actually in that rally. I attended that rally. Three interesting things took place. Number one, in the morning, as you got to the place and you listened and asked a few individuals who were in that rally, people have good faith and goodwill that the BBI is actually trying to solve the quote-unquote problems which are Kenyan. And these problems come in from what you've had. I don't have to repeat. Then there was the second message that I got, which is there's a general feeling that is coming out right now that indeed, like many have said, that this exercise is all about preparing Kenyans to accept that Uhuru is not going to step aside after he finishes his term of 2 terms. Number two, that this exercise is actually purely set up to stop William Ruto from ascending to the presidency or whatever he wants to do. And number three, that the general view that is existing out there is that even when we could be trying to solve the problems of Kenya, the third element of this scenario is that you are preparing Kenyans for former Prime Minister Raila Odinga to actually become the next president of Kenya. My feeling is that makes us the lesser. In other words, there is now a convoluted general feeling out there that we are no longer talking about actually what BBI is supposed to do. Whether it's supposed to solve the issue of our elections, which have been historically having a problem, whether you are talking about the economic downturn and issues which are affecting our country, whether you are talking about the general feeling in Kenya that we actually need to change our country for the next movement ahead. If you ask me as a politician, I actually don't know how I would balance between the political aspect which is coming out, where politicians are positioning themselves and readying themselves for whatever positions that are going to come, and indeed trying to solve the problems which exist in our country, which need immediate intervention politically or otherwise, whether it means we're changing the constitution or otherwise. But as a whole, I saw issues being raised by the Mount Kenya community. Some of them were really incredible ideas. They were very, very good ideas. People are saying, look, we need this, we need that. People with disabilities, women are coming up with very, very ingenious ways on how they want this to be changed. My feeling is that if I was right now advising former Prime Minister Raila, I would actually tell him, sir, here you are preparing Kenyans that we need to change the political matrix and the political destiny of our country so that we can have a government that is going to be more inclusive, that is going to be fair, that is going to be a just government for the future of our country. But at the same, the interpretation that you're getting now is that really this thing, as William Ruto's team has been saying, you guys are preparing yourselves for the seats which are coming tomorrow. And indeed, the reason why you're holding those meetings is because you want to stop William Ruto. The final point I wanted to make is that my observation in those rallies, I know that Murkomen and Moses Kuria and the team that is behind the deputy president are actually coming out, fighting back so that they can have their own space. But what it does mean, obviously, then is, I think this team of the deputy president has decided that there may be no more goodwill between the president's team and the deputy president's team. And if it means Nimbaya, Nimbaya, and they are going to go out there and ruffle the feathers and raise discontent. Of course, you saw the crowd behavior. I was there, and the messaging you are getting is that money exchanged hands the previous night, and therefore it was choreographed and designed in such a manner that when Murkomen finished the discussion, the people would then walk out. But in terms of the people who had been there and who were listening to the messaging, it was very effective.
Right.
But
Thank you.
It is again taking us back to where we've been.
So money was exchanged. You don't have any stitch of evidence?
No, I don't have the evidence. I mean, I'm a politician, Dibal. You can tell when a section of the crowd, after some point, you see people then
But how
shifting.
do you just assume that the money was exchanged because
No, I'm saying, let me change that. Most probably.
Most probably.
Money may have exchanged.
So this is just a matter of semantics. Let's hear from Herman Manyora. Your reaction?
Why are you skipping her?
I'm just going with the sequence.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's the sequence, so that you don't say that. I'm going with the sequence of how they came.
I must begin my observation by reacting to this, by making my observations about this 1 man, 1 shilling, 1 vote, 1 something. Because it's the other narrative of 1 kilometer. We have to be careful as a country. Let us not use this opportunity to divide the country further. Let us not rub salt in the wound of those Kenyans who have suffered since independence. It is common sense, and even a child will tell you, there are some parts of this country that were left behind. Now that with devolution and with the newfound spirit of almost nationhood. We want to bring our brothers from these remote areas, northeastern, Turkana, on board so that they don't say, I'm going to Kenya. When that opportunity has come, some people are now talking of 1 shilling, that they must stop with immediate effect. It is a dangerous narrative for this country. Extremely dangerous. Look, because other people now say, fine, let us have 1 shilling, 1 man, 1 vote, fine. But let's look at the balance sheet. Because the balance sheet has both the debit and the credit side. Let us look at what historically you people have enjoyed that others have not enjoyed and make good for other people. Number 2, in that kind of constitution, we shall then make it very clear that if the president comes from this community, the deputy should come from the other. If the CS of this is, we must make it very clear, because people have enjoyed the fruits of this country because they position themselves, when they are in power, they put their people in those strategic ministries and the parastatal, so that they have been perpetuating a kind of hegemony in which they have been enjoying advantages over others. And now when we are about to do something about that, they are telling us they should stop that narrative. It's dangerous for the country. Let us move as Kenyans together. Let us bring on board our brothers who are left behind with whatever means we can afford. Now, on the BBI rally, we must admit there seems to be something like, okay, these rallies are dividing the country, or these rallies are pro this, these rallies are... But overall, I still believe in the BBI idea. The BBI idea is noble. But with something of this magnitude, there will always be a few issues. Let us not allow those issues to crowd and to smoke something that I think is good. BBI is a good idea. Let's embrace it. Because those who say about milk, and please, milk and coffee and all the good things, I have this to tell them. If you don't fix your politics, all these good things you are talking about, you won't fix them. If BBI intends to fix our politics, then everything else will fall in place. Let's support BBI to the point that it intends to fix our politics, which in turn will mean all the things we are complaining about will be sorted.